I feel like a lot has happened this year, right?
Absolutely.
Well, not this year, because this year just started today, but this past year.
Yes. 2023.
Yes. My youngest son got his license.
Oh, wow.
He-
You know what? We could start from January because I feel like every month had a milestone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened in January?
We found out we were pregnant.
Yes, we found out we were pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That was
It was a
That
great
was-
time.
yeah, that
I
was a
mean,
pretty good, like that was pretty close. I mean, that topped like how do you say it? That was like the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
2023. And then
the end of the month, January, we had to rush in for an emergency surgery to take out the pregnancy.
yeah, actually they removed her tube, one of her tubes, your left.
Yes. I think
So-
my left, yeah. So that was January.
That was hard.
That was hard, yeah.
That was tough.
That was really tough.
And then I had my birthday in February.
Uh-huh.
I feel like what happened in February?
Yeah, it was pretty much just your birthday and us trying to recover from the loss. There wasn't a lot. And then March was our daughter's birthday.
Yes.
And we also had our green card interview.
Yes, we had the green card interview. And that was, I mean, it took me how long? I drove a long time.
Yeah, about 10 hours for us to get to the place where we had to have the interview. And yet it would normally take us like 2 hours, maybe 3.
It would have taken us 3 hours, but it took us 10 It took me 10 hours. There was a really bad snowstorm and I could not go in the direction that would have taken me 3 hours to get to the destination. But we made it. We got there. It was super late. We were super hungry and tired, and she was upset, and she was like,
I wasn't upset. I was still recovering from the surgery, so
yeah.
you know. But so we got that in March, and then it left us, wondering when we're going to get a response, because normally many people usually get a response like a few days after.
Yeah.
For us, it took us more than a month, right?
Yeah.
So April.
We came back to California from Arizona. We both came back to California. I had some work to do out here, some business to
you
do.
started some work in April.
Yeah.
Was it April or March?
It was actually early March, like March 4th.
Yeah.
It was on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. So he started work, which took, he was working 7 days a week. Guys, that was a lot, huh?
Yeah. That was tough.
7 days a week, 7 to, how many hours?
7 to 7.
7 to 7. And the kind of work he does is, really is tiresome because he's using his brain and his hands. But then it trickled down to 6 days, then 5 days, then 4 days. So
In 3 days.
it got better.
Yeah.
And then in April, what happened?
We got the immigration emailed us about our son Cole.
Mm-hmm.
They received his application. The Kenyan, no.
The NVC,
NVC.
National Visa Council. I don't know what the C stands for. So they received his application and it was approved. That's how we got to know that I had been approved for permanent residence through that email in April. So that was good news in April. Some good news. We started the year with good news of pregnancy, and then things kind of started,
Yeah. And what happened in May?
And then in May, we planned and bought me a ticket to try to go back home to
Yes.
attend
A
Cole's
wedding.
birthday. No.
Oh, Cole's birthday.
Yeah. We did last minute. You know, I just wanted to be there. It didn't matter. And that cost us a bit because it was kind of like last minute buying the ticket and buying a few things to go with. And then a few days to the trip, our lawyer tells me I cannot go. I had like all these things I had to first sort out before I could travel. So yeah, so I had to cancel the trip. I had to cancel the trip last minute and re-strategize. So that was
Yes.
May.
That was May. June, my son graduated. So we went to go see him graduate, and then from there we went and celebrated. We had a nice dinner. It was just a unbelievable time seeing him walk down the aisle and remembering the first days that I would take him to school when he was like 5 years old or so. He was so small. It was so tiny. But thank God, like none of my kids ever gave me any problems.
Oh yeah.
They were
that's
just
true.
good. They're still good kids.
You always say that, and
Yeah.
it's true. It's absolutely true.
It just feels like an accomplishment. And I'll say an accomplishment for us, the parents, but also seeing that he's accomplished something. So that was really cool.
Yeah, that was that was amazing. In June, that was early June.
That was early June,
Yeah,
the first week of June. What happened in July?
Before July, end of June was my birthday, and we went to San Diego.
Yep.
And that we got stuck on the ocean, right?
Oh,
We
oh my God. We got stuck in the water.
In the water.
Yeah.
We were, which machine, what was, it's not a boat. What were we using?
I don't even know what it was called. It's like just a flat thing.
Well, it's like you have to pedal, but then also use electronic.
It was
like, turn it
electronic.
around.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it got stuck in the seaweed and we got stuck, guys. And we didn't move with any of our phones. Did we move with any of
We had our
phones?
phones.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause
We didn't record though.
We did not even
I feel like,
record.
there are so many things we've had opportunity to record.
And we haven't. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to using our phones more to capture some of these moments and share with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that was a great time. It was a beautiful place, but we just did not record anything. And then in July, I became an aunt. My brother gave birth to my niece, or my brother's
Wife. Fiance.
So yeah, what else happened in July?
It was Independence.
Oh yeah, I mean
Independence Day. We celebrated Independence here.
Yeah.
We
1st of
barbecued.
July 1st.
We swam.
Oh yeah, we went swimming at the kids' house and we played games. That was pretty cool. And then in August,
It's good. My niece's birthday is in August, but other than that, I don't remember what we did in August.
yeah. Oh, I traveled to Washington D.C. to work on my passport. So that was like a flight to and fro in about a day. You know, I was just supposed to be in Washington D.C. for like 30 minutes and then fly right back. So those are all the things I should have documented, because Washington D.C. is a beautiful place. It's a lot of green. And then I got to go through Chicago, which I really, really loved the airport in Chicago. And yeah, I think that's August. So I went to the Ugandan embassy in Washington, D.C. And then September.
There were a lot of birthdays in September.
Yeah, we have a lot of birthdays in September in our family. my father-in-law, both my parents, our grandchild, our son, who else?
I feel like, yeah, I don't know.
I think that's it for now. But aside from all those birthdays, like birthday celebrations, we also had a family reunion, a Chavez family reunion in
Yeah.
September. So it
My
was
dad's
a 2-day,
side of the family.
yeah, which is his dad's side of the family.
It was a 2-day event, and then shortly after the event, my father was in an accident with my one of my uncles, his youngest brother, and so that was a big. I mean, the car was totaled.
Yeah.
My uncle was flying back to Texas or New Mexico from California. He had to cancel the flight. He was he was in the hospital. He was bedridden.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking around with a walker, and he was in bad shape. That was a
That was
interesting time, huh? I got to spend some time with my uncle though, which was great, and got to talk a lot about just life and him growing up, and talking about my mom, knowing her when she was very young. My mom's passed now, but knowing about her when she was young, and he lost his wife, which was my aunt. She died very young. So but I felt like it was time well spent with my uncle. And what else happened in September?
Oh, I think I went back to work in September. So I had because we had opened the business in Arizona, I had left my job or where I was working, and when we came back, I just went back into work in, I think, end of September.
Yeah, about there.
So I think that's what happened, either September or October. So October, what happened in October?
October we celebrated
our second wedding anniversary. We went to
Ventura, which was great. It was beautiful. There was a great time.
It was a great time, yeah.
And I think you have some pictures or some video. Maybe you can post just a short, I don't know, give them something that they could see what we were doing.
Yeah, I posted it on Instagram. I'll just put the link on here. But if you follow me on Instagram or follow us, you can go and see how we were just there for a weekend, but it was a great weekend. I enjoyed Ventura for sure.
Yeah, and we'd love to follow you. Follow us, and we'd love to follow you, and we'd love to connect with you. And hey, if there's a great connection and we make some good friends, we'd love to come and visit.
Absolutely.
Show us your town, show us your city, your state, your country. Yeah,
absolutely.
That would be exciting.
In November, so what happened in November?
Well, we celebrated Thanksgiving, I know, but what else happened in November?
So in November, actually end of October, I started documenting 30 days plus until I see my family.
On Instagram?
On Instagram, yes. It was just stories. And for most of you that watched it, you remember that was really fun. I enjoyed doing it, and one of the things that I intend to do this new year is to take you to still go ahead and document my on a daily basis what my experience was seeing my family after 4.5 years. So be on the watch out. Please just follow me or follow us to get to listen in on what my experience was. So I started documenting that, and it went all the way through to the end of November when we had Thanksgiving. So we had Thanksgiving. We actually had a number of, like, I don't know if I would say parties with like our family.
Yeah, parties. Yeah, different parties. We also decorated my ex-wife's tree. We've been going over there quite a bit, and our kids live there with their mom, and so we go and we just spend time. We play a whole bunch of funny games, and I mean, there's so much laughter and
Right,
lots of
absolutely.
joy and making memories, and
And lots of food too.
oh, lots of good food, huh?
Yeah, lots
And
of
that
good
macaroni.
food. Yeah, Angie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was November, and then end of November I got to travel. Actually, apart from Thanksgiving in November, documenting my 30 days plus my daily documentation, we also, I believe, had the conversation to go see a gynecologist about my, like,
Ability to be pregnant
to
and
get pregnant.
yeah, or successfully have a successful pregnancy.
Yes. I would say it wasn't very um there wasn't a lot of information the doctor shared with us. Like, he didn't really have the history, because this surgery had happened
In another state with another surgeon, yeah.
and then I was on my way to leave, to leave the country and go see my family. So I guess that's something we're going to talk about even more, or seek out medical
Advice or
this year.
counsel.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else did we do in November?
I
He got his shot with his yellow fever shot, because we were all supposed to travel, and
Right.
for him to travel to go see my family, one of the requirements was for him to get a number of shots. So he got that, and we did a bunch of research about the trip. I
Right.
guess, I don't know. But then that leads to December.
Mhm.
So December, I was already with my family. And again, I will share, that will be a different video, but I'm going to be documenting daily what my experience was. So I won't give a lot of information here, but all of December was in with my family. So yeah, how about you? How was December?
December was great. We went out to a number of different Christmas events, my kids and I, and I've met so many great people, but I missed my wife. And I had my bags packed, and I was at the airport, and I was ready to go, and handed my passport, but I didn't know I needed a visa to travel into where I was gonna go, right?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, because for him, he was traveling to Uganda, so
Yeah.
we didn't know. But that's another thing, guys. I wanted us to talk about all, like, our pre-travel and post-travel, or like all the planning we had and we put in versus what actually happened, because I believe it's going to be very helpful for someone out there. We thought we had everything figured out, and at the end of the day, we actually did not. We missed out some very important information, like the visa for him to go to Uganda. So yeah, do you want us to talk about it now, or you want us to just do a video just for that?
We could do a video just for that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so just to wrap up, 2023 seemed like it went by so fast, but there was so many. I was talking to my son last night. We had so many victories in 2023, and thank God that we are where we are today. Last night, we did not go out and celebrate the New Year's, the typical go out and party, hang out with friends or family, and eat and drink, or I don't know, listen to music and dance or play games. We actually stayed home, and we were in the bedroom. We wrote down, we prayed, and we wrote down a bunch of things that we are working on for 2024. And that's how we spent our New Year's Eve. Went to bed early, got woken up by some fireworks that were going off. Sounded like they were going off right outside the window.
Right.
But it was a good evening. It was a good night.
Yeah, it was really well spent, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed just having those conversations with you.
Much needed conversations about what we want our future to be like
Yes.
or look like, and
Mhm.
what things we are lacking, or what things that we are we know we need to do more of, like these videos.
Mhm.
And that's the thing I keep telling my wife, and I'm on her about recording and for us to record. So I'm going to continue to be on her. And I don't, it's not going to cost me anything to take my phone out and just record those moments so you could see.
Right.
We're going to have to talk a lot more about our cultural differences.
Yeah. So please, we have a lot in stock. Last night we were talking about was it last night, Ben? The culture differences.
It seems like it comes up quite a bit.
Yeah, it comes up quite
But it
a
was
bit.
last night.
Yeah, so we want to like go deep into what those cultural differences look like. When we just got married in 2021, I know we had a video close to it where we were talking about the cultural differences, but honestly, right now we even know much more. Like, we didn't know a lot back then, but what we know now, we would like to share with you guys, because it's already been 2 years since we've been married. So yeah, that's
Yeah. So what are some things that you are looking forward to in the 2024? What are some things that you want to implement in your lives? What things would you like to see happen for you and for your family? I think for us, this is another year of growth and more personal journey, as well as we're rooting for and working with our children to do better, to get better, to be better, just like ourselves.
yeah.
We're working on that all the time. We keep praying, and we're praying so much for Cole's coming to America. So if you're a prayerful person, if you have faith, please keep our son Cole in prayer to get here and be united with us.
Yes, he's the missing piece right now for our blended family. So yeah, so I think that's...
Yeah, and we're actually going to be interviewing our family, my kids, and I had suggested that maybe she would interview my ex-wife or my stepdaughter, my ex-wife's oldest daughter, and just have a conversation of what that's been like since my wife has been in the picture in our family, and what it's like for her and what it's like for them as well. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that's something that...
Those are all the ideas, the things that we have in stock this year. I'm sure you guys have seen I'm yawning. It's because my clock is not yet...
Yeah, you're still jet lagged.
Yeah, I still, my internal clock is still a little messed up from traveling and being away for a while, for more than a month, or a month actually. So, but yeah, we're glad you guys, were able to listen to us today. Happy New Year. We wish you all the best in this new year, and please subscribe, share the video. Comment, like, share it.
Let us know where you're watching from.
Exactly. Let us know where you're watching from.
We want to make you a friend.
Yeah, we
want to be your friend.
We also want to travel a lot. That's one thing that we have in stock. So, in store this year. So let us know where you're watching from. Maybe we'll get to meet you, when we're around the area where you stay or the country that you live in. Aside from that, we're going to sign out. Happy New Year once again, and have a good night.
Happy New Year.